I can't wait to get my test grade back. I know I did so good. You're walking in slow-mo. Pick the pace up. I see you're shaking your head. You unfold my test right now. Somebody's watching this video right now and they're going, "Hey Bruce, I've seen you wear that before. How would you mind your business? Takes a lot of thought and effort not to wear the same outfit 2 videos in a row. Don't have that many clothes. Share my videos and maybe I could buy new clothes." Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Bruce Rants. That's Bruce Rants episode 12. 12 is Polish for 12. Polish, because it's cold outside. The weather outside is frightful, but the Bruce Rants is oh so delightful. Today's episode of Bruce Rants is about grad school. Now, it is a chosen few who make it this far in their educational journey to say that they are a master of education. Don't get too cocky being one of the chosen few, because by the time you get here, you've already been duped twice. Number one, by convincing you to get an education that could be detrimental to your physical and emotional health and could possibly yield no real monetary value other than causing you to go from bachelor's barista to master's barista. And by two, convincing you that you should not only do number one, but you should pay for it. As if getting Becky her daily chai latte was not penance enough. Oh, grad school, how much I love you. But I cannot lie, I personally really miss the days of grade school. Remember the good old days of grade school where we had standardized tests, but it didn't really matter because no child was being left behind or whatever? Or when math had numbers and social studies was about history and not a major that was just a glorified way to start working at Starbucks? Or when the most ass you had to worry about was your teacher bending over to help another student? Why do teachers do that? Is there like a training for this or something?
Okay, so, hey, Mr. Bruce, can I? No, that's stupid. Kids don't say Mr. Bruce now. Hey, professor, can I have some help? Yeah, sure you can. All right. And then I just help student here, butt in student's face, student face here, ass face back. Come on, student. And then I just throw it back. Come on, Nicki Minaj. Come on, Cardi B, City Girls. It's easy. Come on, City. Yeah. Help student here. Come on. Help student here. Fundraiser in the front, party in the back. Fundraiser in the front.
No, grad school is just a whole nother beast entirely. A whole nother beast. Like, my first day of grad school was just so weird. I'm a computer science major, so the social anxiety and autism-like awkwardness is just rampant. Like, the dude I sat next to in my very first class just smelled horrible. Which, if you've watched any other episode of Bruce Rants, you know that smell is such a stark issue for me. He smelled like a misplaced shower. And it really wouldn't have been so bad if he would have just minded my personal space bubble. For example, this guy, in order to accommodate the fact that his desk was filled with emptiness and nothingness, decided to put his pencil and his notebook on my desk. And it wouldn't have been so bad if he didn't look me in the eye as he did it. I don't know if I have ever had such a proverbial chin check in my life. And I know what some of you are saying, "Hey Bruce, this isn't really that big of a deal." But in a world where grad school has taken my sleep, my money, and all of my dignity, my desk is the one sanctifying thing that I would like to keep in my godforsaken life. So at this point, dude has asserted his dominance over me. His stuff is on my desk. I'm writing on my little tiny corner of the desk. I look up to go see the board, and guess what I see? The back of his head. In all of my 25 years of being alive, I have never been in a situation to where someone could sit beside me and block the board that is in front of me. It was like no matter where I moved my head, this dude was still in my line of sight of the board. Like, how was your neck so flexible? You want to be Mr. Fantastic so bad. And to top things off, the guy had dandruff. Every time he moved his head, little white specks just came and dapped me up. Why are you this old with dandruff in 2019? Head and Shoulders solved that so long ago. So on my first day of class in grad school, I couldn't see, there were white flakes everywhere, and I was cramped in a corner. I felt like I was on a spirit flight in the middle of a snowstorm. And all of this might have been okay if what the teacher was teaching actually made some sense. It's like I sit down in class and the first thing I heard was, "Hello everyone, welcome to the class where we learn something about nothing. Everything you learn in this class will have nothing to do with what you do in the future and have no coherency with anything else we learn in this class at all. And remember, you are paying for this and 100% could have taken this online." And then to top it all off, my teacher doesn't type notes. They're all written on the board, like it's 1995 and there's chalk all over the place. And none of us can read his handwriting. I'm a computer science major in an age where you can literally dictate a text message to your phone, and my teacher is lecturing in wingdings by hand. It was about 30 seconds where I thought I was in like hieroglyphics 101. It also doesn't help that I'm like top 5 worst note takers of all time. The teacher could put the final exam questions with every answer on the board, and I would still be writing the "hello class" from the beginning. And then again, I don't even know if my note-taking skills matter because there are times where teachers just don't even know what they're teaching either. I had a teacher write a proof on the board that was worth 2 pages of notebook paper. 2 pages. And then erased the whole thing because he got it wrong. Bruh, this ain't Microsoft Word. You can't just undo. I already done wrote down every wingding you put on that board and made a commitment not to study it later. You put that back right now or so help me God. Everyone knows the first week of school we go to class just to feel the vibes. By the 3rd week of school, we realized that the vibes wasn't really there and that maybe we're not ready for a long-term commitment and that maybe just friends with benefits, quizzes and exams might be the relationship we have here. On my first day of grad school, in one of my classes, there were so many people, we had to sit on the floor. The vibes were lost fairly quickly. Sir, there are no seating accommodations in this auditorium. And we're sitting on the floor like we're learning folk tales and you just want to be Paul Bunyan so bad. Like we in Africa learning about Anansi's algorithm. Like it was kindergarten and you're reading us the story of Little Bunny Fufu. And you can bet your bottom we all sat there talking about and where did he hop again? I paid like $20K to be in this class. If Fufu's gonna be on the exam, I'm bopping field mice on the head too. Yeah, in grad school I'm just not really having the best time. Especially not after that first day. I don't blame the teachers though. Overworked, underpaid. Got that, got it down. Just some of the things y'all do, I just wonder if there's like a pep talk y'all have before you come to class or something. This is disgusting. Look at us, wallowing in pity. Jerry, what was the last average score on your test? 95. Man, a 95! I figured for once I'd test them on what was actually on the study guide.
Who told you could give study guides, Jerry?
Nobody.
Kevin, how often do you give your students homework?
Like twice a week? Once a week.
Man, your class is the only one these students should be worried about. What's gotten into us? Huh? These students think they don't need us. They can be entrepreneurs, YouTubers, whatever. They need us. Starbucks needs us. How are they going to get qualified employees without us?
Hey, I helped a student by putting my butt in another student's face.
Kevin, I don't know why you just told me that.
Look, what do we do, Jeff? I took this job to empower students.
No, you took this job to do research and get a check. Okay? And you out here giving study guides. Your barber needed this study guide when he lined you up?
I don't know how to answer that question without insulting myself.
Guys, we're more than this, okay? Kevin, remember what you did that one time when the student left his term paper in his room? What did you make him do?
I let him run 10 minutes back to his room to get it. And then when he brought it back to me, I told him he couldn't turn it in because it was late.
And Jerry, remember that thing you used to do on holidays and days off?
Yeah, I would give long assignments over the break. You have more time to finish it because you're not in class.
And take the rest of the semester to grade them while expecting them to be turned in a timely manner. Guys, we still have this in us. We're not just pre-K rejects. We're grad level teachers. And whether that's giving lengthy term projects or not taking the midterm paper and making a student run for it, or trading sexual favors for passing grades, it's us who runs this school, and we're taking it back. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna show slides at a pace no one can keep up with, and the first student to tell me to go back a slide is gonna get singled out as inattentive and incompetent. And I'm always gonna go over time. Yeah. And when I go over time, people with classes following will never be able to get all the information.
Yes, and Kevin!
I'm gonna speak in an accent no one can comprehend, in a tone that is anything but engaging.
And
I'm gonna put my ass in a student's face.
And for some reason, I have no problem with that. Now we're gonna go out there and we're gonna show these students who the grad teachers are. School name on 3. 1, 2, 3. BruceRants you.
I got pretty like a girl, and he got 5 stories to tell. See both sides like Chanel, see on both sides like